Hi and welcome to Ion Tutorials. In this tutorial we'll be going over how to create a wheel. There are two different ways that we can create a wheel. The first is by choosing the template function up the top, which is covered in a separate video. The second is clicking create a new wheel on the right hand side in orange. We'll be covering this process today. What we do is we simply click create a new wheel. We click create new wheel. We then have to name the wheel. So what we want to name this wheel is we just want a quick business check-in. And then we want to add a description to this wheel. So this description is so that our employees and team members can see what this wheel is being used to check in on. So we want to check in on a health check on sales. So then we go next step, and now you can see that we can choose different segments here. So for our sales team, we want to look into sleep, maybe health, career, and then we want to choose workload. Up the top here in segment names, you can customize your segments accordingly. So you can type anything that you can with the English language, and all you do is you just click plus, and then down below you can see these are the total segments that you've chosen from. So as you see, we have a limit of 13 segments, but we suggest checking in on anything from 3 to 7 segments. And then what we want to do is we can also go teamwork and then maybe leadership. And these are the segments of our wheel that we want to check in on our sales team. From here, we then go next step. So what we do here is we then create a description for our segments. The important thing here is we really want our team members to understand what we're checking in on and how it reflects to them. So for sleep, it would be, are you getting more than 7.5 hours of quality sleep a night? So for us, it's really important that our sales team gets a good night's sleep so that they're active and they're passionate about what they bring to work the next day. So then you can see we can do the same thing for health, career, workload, teamwork, and leadership. So we'll just use sleep as an example for this video, and then we go next step. Now here we have two different types of wheels. So we have private, which is identified data. So this means that everyone completing this check-in needs to have a sign up to Ion and a login. Or we can go public, which is anonymous, de-identified data. So for us, we want to do private because we want to see how our sales team is going. And then you can select your scale. So we can choose anywhere from 1 to 12, and we can also go decimal points and whole numbers, but we suggest 1 to 10 as a good starting point. And then you can also click, do you want to have segmented comments? So this means that the team members have the ability to leave a comment under every segmented check-in they do. So under sleep, under health, so on, so forth. So we want to check in on segmented comments because we would like our team members to leave some sentiment analysis that we can then use later in the track. So then what we do is we then go next step, and we can then place this in a folder if you wanted to. For this we don't want to, so we'll just go next step. And as you can see, this is the new wheel we're about to create. So we've got a business check-in, and then the description is health check on sales. These are the segments that we're checking in on. As you can see, only one has a description, and then we've got a private wheel, and then we've got our scale, and then we've got segment comments included. And then all you do is just click create wheel. And here's the wheel that we've just created. So now we can get our team members to check in on this. We can either invite them through the URL, or we can email this to them as well. So what we then do is we can then go complete check-in, and then go through the check-in, so on, so forth.